a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. When you need a friend, here's what to say. Let's talk in English, 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Hello friends, welcome to Let's Talk in English. My name is Esther.
And my name is Garrett. Today we're talking about animals.
And our lesson is called Working Dogs.
Yes, you probably think of jobs as something for humans. We work and get a job. But there are some jobs that dogs can do too.
Right. Dogs are animals of 4 legs, 2 ears, and a tail. Many people keep dogs as pets.
Earlier this month, we had some fun phrases that we learned, like how you can be dog-tired, or someone might be all bark and no bite.
Right. And if you are dog-tired, that means you are very tired. And all bark and no bite means all talk but no action.
That's right. Hopefully, you're using those phrases in your conversations.
Now let's go to today's reading.
Dogs make great pets, and some are also good workers. Some dogs help blind people. They lead blind people around and help them get to places safely. Police dogs help officers. They can find bad guys or look for drugs and other dangerous things. They also protect officers. Search and rescue dogs find lost people. They search for them in wild places or after a bad earthquake.
Thank you, Garrett. Yes, dogs can help us in many different ways. Now let's go to our Find It question. Our question is, who do police dogs work with?
Who do police dogs work with? Find the answer to that Find It question in today's lesson, friends.
Now let's go to Sonia, who will teach us today's keywords.
狗不只可以当宠物哦，今天我们要来谈谈各种工作犬。Susie 说，搜救犬很厉害，会到荒郊野外搜寻失踪的人。They search for them in wild places. 动词 search 就是搜寻，或者在地震之后也能救人性命。Or after an earthquake, they save people's lives. 名词Earthquake 就是地震，有些狗则是帮助盲人。Some dogs help blind people. 形容词 blind 就是盲的、失明的。它们引导盲人安全地到达目的地。They lead them around and help them get to places safely. 副词 safely 就是安全的。然后警犬则和警察一起出勤。Police dogs work with officers. 名词 officer 就是员警、警官。
Hey James, what are you watching?
A video about search and rescue dogs. They are amazing.
I know. They can find lost people. They search for them in wild places.
Or after an earthquake. They save people's lives.
They can smell really well. When people can't find a lost child or person, dogs often can.
That's a very good thing.
Today we start our lesson with Susie asking James a question. Susie sees him watching something, so she wants to know what he is watching.
Susie is curious, and so James begins to share. He's watching a video about search and rescue dogs. Now, search and rescue is a good term to know. If you are lost out in a wild place, there may be a search and rescue team that will come to find you.
Right, these are good words to learn. When you search for something, it means you look for it. And when you rescue someone, it means you save them. So these teams will look for lost people and save them.
They even use dogs. Search and rescue dogs can do things that people can't. Susie's heard of these dogs before.
Yes, they are amazing. Susie tells us that they can find lost people. And these search and rescue teams with dogs look for people in wild places.
They do. That word search is good to know. It does mean to look around for something. You can search for something around your apartment. Or you'll also see this word online a lot. You search for information on the internet.
Right, you look for information on the internet. James also knows about search and rescue dog teams. He says that they can also look for people after an earthquake. Garrett, what's an earthquake?
Well, an earthquake is a bad thing that happens in nature. The ground shakes, sometimes so hard that buildings fall over. People can get stuck, and it's hard to search for them.
Right. And dogs can help save people's lives because they can go to places where people sometimes can't go, and they can smell really well.
Right. So even if we don't know where those lost people are, the dogs can smell for them using their nose and tell us where to look.
Right. When people can't find a child or a person who was lost, dogs often can.
Dogs often can. Yes, dogs can smell really well. That means they're good at smelling. They can smell really small smells that people can't. This is different from something smelling good. Here's Sonia to help us out.
今天课文说到搜救犬 ，Susie 说它们的嗅觉非常灵敏。They can smell really well。动词 smell 有2种意思和用法。一般动词 smell 指的是闻或嗅这个动作，副词 well 则是修饰动词，表达嗅觉很好。来看例句。Bears can smell really well, so be careful. 熊的嗅觉很好，所以要小心。或是 How well can sharks smell? 鲨鱼的嗅觉有多好？再来看 smell 是连缀动词的时候，指的是闻起来如何，可以接形容词 good 做主词补语。来看例句。This perfume smells good. 这香水闻起来真香。或是 My dog doesn't smell good. He needs a shower. 我的狗闻起来有点味道，它需要洗澡了。
Thank you, Sonia. That was helpful. Yes, if you smell something really nice, like a great cake, you can say, that smells really good.
Right. Or if your friend is wearing a perfume that you like, you might say, that smells good. Now, that's different from someone who has a good sense of smell, a person who smells very well.
Exactly. We can use this for our other senses too, like seeing. You might say, that looks really good, or that person can see very well. Notice that good and well are used to mean different things.
Right. Well, James thinks that it's a very good thing that dogs smell very well. We're going to learn more about this later. Now it's time for us to take a break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back. Friends, today we're talking about working dogs, dogs that work and help make our life easier.
Exactly. Often when we think of dogs, we think of them as fun pets. We spend time with them and have fun. but they can do a lot more.
They sure can. Sometimes people even call dogs a man's best friend.
That's right. Let's get back to our conversation to learn more about what dogs can do in the workplace.
Dogs can be good workers. Some dogs help blind people.
Yes, they lead them around and help them get to places safely.
Police dogs work with officers. They find bad guys or look for drugs and other dangerous things.
They also protect officers.
People train dogs to do a lot of things.
What did you train your dogs to do?
Sleep on the sofa.
Friends, did you hear the word worker? A person who works is a worker, but dogs can also be good workers.
Yes, they can. That word worker is not usually one we use for someone who's working in a place like an office. It's more common for people that do work outside, like construction workers, or maybe people that work in a big restaurant.
Right, people who build buildings or people who help prepare your food. Hey, dogs can be good workers is also today's calendar phrase.
Dogs can be good workers.
Dogs can be good workers.
狗也可以是优秀的工作犬。
Dogs can be good workers.
That's right. Some dogs help blind people.
Dogs can be good workers.
Some dogs find lost people.
Dogs can be good workers.
But some dogs are not good workers.
True, but they are good eaters.
Dogs can be good workers.
Dogs can be good workers.
狗也可以是优秀的工作犬。
And Susie tells us how dogs can be good workers. She says that some dogs help blind people.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most amazing things that dogs can do. Blind people are people whose eyes don't allow them to see, or at least see very well. They need help walking around and communicating with the world around them.
Right. These dogs, we can call them guide dogs because they help guide or lead these blind people around.
There's actually one other name too, seeing eye dogs. It's like they're an extra eye to lead the blind people around.
Right. These dogs will lead people around and help people get to places safely.
In order to do that, they need to go through special training so they know when to stop, when to go, and how to get along nicely with other people and dogs.
Now, this word safely means to do something in a safe way. So when you walk, you want to walk safely. You don't want to fall down. So these dogs will help blind people to make sure they can get to places safely.
I think that's especially important when they need to cross the road. They need to do that safely. Now, friends, I think it's time to answer our Find It question. Who do police dogs work with?
They work with police officers.
Yes, they do. Police officers are people who try to make us follow the laws of the city or country where we live. If you do something wrong, a police officer may come talk to you.
Right. They try to make the world a better place and they want people to keep the law. Well, Garrett, what do these dogs do?
What do? They find bad guys or look for drugs and other dangerous things.
Right. Bad guys are people who do wrong things. They break the law and commit crime.
That's right. We know who is not a bad guy. It is our wonderful teacher, Sonia. Here she is.
Susie 说，警犬和远警们一起工作，他们可以找到坏人或是寻找毒品和其他危险物品。 They find bad guys or look for drugs and other dangerous things. 句中的 bad guys 是比较非正式的说法，常用在口语或轻松的文章中，形容坏人或犯人。来看例句 ：The bad guys are hiding in that building. 坏人们正藏身在那栋大楼里。或是 Did the police arrest the bad guys? 警察逮捕那些坏人了吗？再一句 Mason used to be a bad guy, but now he's a good man. Mason 曾经是个坏人，但现在是好人了。
Thanks, Sonia. So yes, those police dogs help police officers look for drugs.
Right, when people are sick, they take medicine, and we call these drugs. But here we're talking about bad drugs, the ones that are bad for our body and the ones that people are not supposed to buy.
So these dogs use their sense of smell to help police officers look for those drugs. They can also help protect these police officers.
Right, people can train dogs or teach them to do many different things.
Exactly. So James wonders something about Susie. What did she train her dogs to do?
Well, she trains her dogs to sleep on the sofa. And friends, it's time to review our keywords.
Here's your first keyword for today. Blind. Blind. Jack can't see. He's blind.
Safely. Safely. He got home safely after the party.
Officer. Officer. A police officer can help us.
Search. Search. He searched everywhere for his cat.
Earthquake. Earthquake. We had a bad earthquake last night. Friends, those are your keywords for today. Keep on practicing them.
And now it's your turn.
The words for today are blind, safely, officers, search, and earthquake. Now it's your turn to use them in a sentence. First one, can you get there by yourself? Great answer. Can you get there safely by yourself? Next, can you prepare for an... Correct. Can you prepare for an earthquake? Next, help the man cross the street. Good job. Help the blind man cross the street. Next, wheel the house to find it. You're right. We'll search the house to find it. Last one. How many are in the car? You're right. How many officers are in the car? How many words did you guess correctly? Good job. I hope to see you again for your turn.
Hey, James, what are you watching?
A video about search and rescue dogs. They are amazing.
I know. They can find lost people. They search for them in wild places.
Or after an earthquake. They save people's lives.
They can smell really well. When people can't find a lost child or person, dogs often can.
That's a very good thing.
Dogs can be good workers. Some dogs help blind people.
Yes, they lead them around and help them get to places safely.
Police dogs work with officers. They find bad guys or look for drugs and other dangerous things.
They also protect officers.
People train dogs to do a lot of things.
What did you train your dogs to do?
Sleep on the sofa.
1, 2, let's review.
Yeah, let's talk about dogs. They can be trained to do many things.
Yes, like search and rescue dogs, they help find lost people.
That's right. They have an amazing sense of smell. They find people and they save lives, especially after earthquakes.
That's so important. Hazel, have you ever trained a dog?
Sure, I train all my dogs.
What do you train them to do?
To sit and shake hands and sleep on the sofa.
Guide dogs are trained to lead blind people safely.
That's a very important job.
And police dogs are trained to work with officers. They search for drugs and help catch bad guys.
Wow, that's important too. Maybe I should teach my dogs to do more.
Hello, Grandpa.
Hi, Maria. Do you have some questions for me today?
Of course. Are you ready?
Of course I am. I'm always ready.
Okay. What do search and rescue dogs do in wild places?
They sniff.
Sniff?
Yes. Sniff. They use their noses to find things.
True. And what are they trying to find?
They're searching for lost people. Hey, I found one!
Yes, that's the right answer.
Good.
Okay, Grandpa, you can stop sniffing now.
Oh, okay. Any more questions?
Yes. What would you like to train a dog to do?
Shake hands.
Why?
Well, it's easy to teach, and it's friendly and fun.
Friendly and fun?
Yeah, when people meet a dog, they like to shake its paw.
You're right. If you had a dog, I would shake its hand.
But I don't have a dog.
Yeah. That's okay. I can shake your hand.
Okay.
Friends, today Susie told us that she trains her dogs to sleep on the sofa, but her dogs can do other tricks as well.
Yeah, some dogs can give you a high five or spin around in a circle.
Friends, have you seen these dogs, working dogs around? Or we can call them worker dogs around?
Yeah, there are many things a dog can do. I don't have a dog, but I think if I did, it would be important that they could be kind to any friends who come to visit, while protecting me from any bad guys.
Right, and I think if I had a dog, I want to train the dog to bring me my slippers when I go home.
Wow, yeah, really, dogs are amazing. There's no question why we call them man's best friend. I know some dogs even comfort people when they're feeling sad.
Right. Sometimes dogs will even go to hospitals or schools and help those who feel down or sad feel better.
Exactly. Well, friends, thanks for joining us today. We learned a lot, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. That's right here on Let's Talk in English. Goodbye.
Bye.